Welcome to the Roe Jogan Experiment. Everybody, I'm your host, Roe Jogan, and we got a wild one today. We got the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. We got the problem child, Jake Paul, and we got the heavyweight king trying to reclaim the throne, Anthony Joshua. All in the studio, all at the same time, and we're going to talk about this upcoming fight, Jake versus Anthony. But before we dive in, please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. It feeds the kids. It keeps the lights on. All right, let's get into it. Mike, I'm going to start with you, man, because I'm an MMA guy. I love UFC. I love the cage. I love elbows, knees, takedowns, the whole thing. But this Jake Paul thing, he's out here fighting boxers, has-beens, washed-up guys, and now he's fighting Anthony Joshua, who is not washed up. But Mike, you trained him. You were in his corner. What the hell is going on? Is this real life?
Ro, listen to me. I told Jake, I said, Jake, you don't fight a boxer when he's a has-been. That's not fair. That's not fair to the sport. That's not fair to the legacy. Because when you fight a has-been, people say, oh, you beat a has-been. But when you fight Anthony Joshua is not a has-been. Anthony Joshua is a champion. He's a two-time champion. He's got that power, that speed, that reach. But Jake thinks he's Superman. Jake thinks he's Iron Man. Jake thinks he can just walk in there and knock everybody out. But Ro, let me tell you something. Boxing is not a game. Boxing is not YouTube. Boxing is blood, sweat, and tears. And Jake is going to learn. He's going to learn the hard way.
Hold on, Mike. With all due respect, legend, icon, the greatest, but come on, man. I'm 9-1. I've knocked out UFC guys. I've knocked out NBA guys. I've knocked out everybody they put in front of me. And Anthony, no disrespect, but you lost to Usyk twice. You lost to Ruiz. You're coming off a loss. I'm coming off a win. I'm younger. I'm faster. I'm stronger. I'm the new generation. I'm the future of boxing. And this fight is going to be the biggest fight of the year. Bigger than Fury Usyk, bigger than anything, because it's the old guard versus the new guard. And Roe, MMA, UFC. But boxing is where the money is. Boxing is where the eyes are. And I'm bringing the eyes. I'm bringing the views. I'm bringing the sponsorships. Speaking of which, Anthony, tell them about our sponsors. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Let me just say, first of all, this fight is brought to you by Monster Energy. Fuel your fire, fuel your fight, Monster Energy. Available at all major retailers. And also by Wow Hydrate, the official hydration partner of Anthony Joshua. Wow Hydrate, electrolytes, vitamins, zero sugar, perfect for training camp. And Ro, Mike, Jake. Let me tell you, I respect what Jake is doing. I respect the hustle. I respect the YouTube. I respect the Disney Channel. I respect all of that. But when you step in the ring with me, it's a different story. It's a different animal. I've been to the top. I've held all the belts. I've fought in front of 90,000 people at Wembley. And Jake, you're good. You're entertaining, but you haven't fought anybody like me. Nobody with my power, my jab, my experience. And Mike, you trained me. You saw what I can do. You saw the work rate, the dedication.
Hold on, Anthony, I gotta jump in here because I'm an MMA guy. I love UFC. I love the ground game. I love submissions. I love when a guy gets tired in round 3 and somebody takes his back and chokes him out. That's beautiful. That's art. But boxing is just two guys standing and trading. And Jake, you're out here picking fights with guys who are past their prime. Nate Diaz, Anderson Silva, now Anthony, who is still good. But come on, man. Why not fight a prime UFC guy? Why not fight John Jones? Why not fight Francis Ngannou in the cage? That's what I want to see. That's what the fans want to see. But no, you're in boxing, picking boxers. And Mike, you're right. It's not fair. It's like me fighting a 60-year-old karate guy and saying I'm the best striker in the world.
Exactly. Ro, you get it. Because in MMA, in UFC, you got to be complete. You got to wrestle. You got to grapple. You got to strike. You got to have cardio for days. But in boxing, Jake is just standing there throwing big right hands and people go, oh my God, he knocked out a 40-year-old. Big deal. I knocked out guys in 30 seconds when I was 20. But Jake is smart. Jake is a businessman. Jake is making money. Jake is selling pay-per-views. But Anthony is a warrior. Anthony is a gladiator. And Jake, you're going to feel that power. You're going to feel that jab. You're going to feel that uppercut. And Ro, let me tell you something. I trained both of them. I trained Jake for the Netflix fight. I trained Anthony for years, and Anthony hits harder. Anthony moves better. Anthony is the real deal.
Mike, come on, man. You're breaking my heart. You're my coach. You're my mentor. You're the reason I got into boxing. But let's be real. Anthony is sponsored by everybody. He's got Under Armour. He's got Lucozade. He's got Wow Hydrate. He's got all these deals. But when's the last time he won a big fight? When's the last time he beat a prime guy? Usyk beat him twice, and Usyk is a cruiserweight. I'm a cruiserweight now. I'm bigger, I'm stronger. And Ro, you talk about MMA, you talk about UFC, but if I go to MMA, I'll submit everybody. I'll learn jiu-jitsu in 6 months. I'll be a black belt. I'll choke out Demetrius Johnson. I'll do whatever. But right now, boxing is my lane. And Anthony, tell him about the pay-per-view. Tell him how many buys we're going to do.
Jake, you're dreaming, you're living in a fantasy. This fight is going to do numbers, yes, because of you, because of the YouTube, because of the drama. But when that bell rings, it's me and you, no cameras, no edits, no slow motion, just fists, and I'm going to jab you to death. I'm going to box your ears off. And Ro, in UFC, you got rounds, you got 5 minutes, you can pace yourself. But in boxing, 12 rounds, 3 minutes each, that's 36 minutes of hell. And Jake, you gassed against Tommy Fury, you gassed against Nate Diaz in the later rounds. You're not ready for 12 rounds with me. And by the way, this fight is also sponsored by Beats by Dre, the official headphone of Anthony Joshua. Beats by Dre, studio quality sound, perfect for the gym, perfect for fight week.
Anthony, I love the plugs, man. I love the hustle. But let's get real. Jake is undefeated against non-boxers. He's beating UFC guys left and right. And Mike, you fought in MMA rules once. You fought in that exhibition. But imagine if Jake went to MMA. Imagine if Jake fought in the UFC. He'd get destroyed. He'd get taken down. He'd get submitted. But in boxing, he's got a chance. Because boxing is limited. It's just hands. And Jake has heavy hands. But Anthony, you're a boxer's boxer. You're technical. You're powerful. But Jake is unorthodox. He's wild. He throws from weird angles. And Mike, what do you think? Who wins this fight? Be honest. No coach talk. Who wins?
Ro, let me think. Because I love both of them. I love Jake. Jake is like my little brother. Jake is crazy. Jake is wild. Jake is going to swing for the fences. But Anthony is a machine. Anthony is a Terminator. Anthony doesn't stop. Anthony keeps coming. And in the later rounds 8, 9, 10, Jake is going to be tired. Jake is going to be breathing heavy. And Anthony is going to land that big right hand, that big uppercut, and it's going to be lights out. But Jake has that one punch power. Jake has that youth. Jake has that speed. So it's 50-50. It's 50-50. But Ro, let me tell you something deeper. Let me tell you something nobody's talking about. The promoters. The promoters are controlling everything. The promoters want Jake to win because Jake sells. Jake brings the kids. Jake brings the TikTok. But Anthony is the establishment. Anthony is the old money. And if Jake wins, boxing changes forever. YouTube boxers take over. Disney Channel boxers take over. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Mike, you're going deep. You're going Illuminati on us. But you're right. The promoters, the Saudis, everybody wants me to win because I'm the cash cow. I'm the golden goose. I'm the guy who sells out arenas in Dubai, in Puerto Rico, everywhere. And Anthony, your sponsors love you, but my sponsors are bigger. My sponsors are crypto. My sponsors are Prime. My sponsors are everybody. And Ro, you talk about MMA, but MMA is controlled too. Dana White, the UFC, they don't want boxers in there. Because boxers would knock out the MMA guys standing up. Imagine me versus Conor McGregor in boxing. I'd knock him out in one round, but in MMA, he'd leg kick me to death. But that's why I stay in boxing. That's why I pick my fights. And Anthony, you're a great sponsor guy. But tell them about the betting odds. Tell them who the favorite is.
Jake, the odds don't matter. The odds are for the fans. The odds are for the gamblers. But in the ring, it's heart, it's skill, it's experience. And I'm the favorite in my mind. I'm the favorite in the gym. My sparring partners are dropping. My coach is happy. And this fight is also powered by Lynx, the official fragrance of Anthony Joshua. Lynx Africa, smell like a champion. Available now. And Ro, you're an MMA guy. You love the chaos, but boxing is chess. Boxing is strategy. You gotta set traps. You gotta feint. You gotta counter. And Jake, you're a highlight reel. You're a knockout waiting to happen. But against me, you're going to miss, you're going to swing wild, and I'm going to counter with the left hook, Boom. Good night.
Anthony, I see it. I see the chess match. But Jake is like that guy who flits the board. He doesn't play chess, he just throws punches. And Mike, you're talking conspiracy? Let's go deeper, because I've been thinking. The Saudis, the money, the Netflix deal. Jake's fight with Mike was on Netflix. Millions watched. Now this fight is probably on DAZN or something. But who's really winning? The fighters or the promoters? And Mike, you fought for Don King. You know the game. You know the contracts. You know the fine print. Tell us the truth. Is Jake being set up to win? Is Anthony being paid to take a dive? What's the real story?
Ro, you're opening the door, you're opening the vault, because let me tell you, Don King, Bob Arum, all of them, they control the judges, they control the refs, they control the gloves. Remember the gloves with me in Holyfield? The gloves were different, the padding was different, and Jake has his own gloves, Jake has his own brand, but Anthony has to use the standard gloves. And the Saudis want a new star. They want Jake, because Jake brings the West, Jake brings America, Jake brings the influencers. But Anthony is UK, Anthony is established, and if Anthony wins, the old guard stays. But if Jake wins, it's a new era. It's YouTube versus legacy. And Roe, it goes deeper. The supplements, the IVs, the recovery. Jake has the best doctors, the best scientists. But is it natural? Is it clean? Nobody is testing. Nobody is asking.
Mike, you're my guy, but you're accusing me of something. I'm clean. I'm USADA tested. I'm VADA tested. I'm the cleanest fighter in the game. And Anthony, your Wow Hydrate, is that clean? Is that just water? Or is there something in it? Because you're always hydrated, you're always fresh, even after 12 rounds. And Roe, the conspiracy is real, but it's the other way. The boxing establishment wants Anthony to win, to prove that YouTubers can't hang, to prove that real boxers are better. But I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to knock him out in 6. And the pay-per-view is going to break records. And my sponsors, my partners, everybody wins.
Jake, you're paranoid, you're seeing shadows, but let me tell you, my hydration is natural, my recovery is discipline, my sponsors are legit, and this fight is also supported by JD Sports, the home of champions, JD Sports, trainers, kits, everything you need. And Roe, Mike, let's keep it in the ring. Let's keep it about the fists. Because when that bell rings, no sponsors, no YouTube, no Netflix, just 2 warriors. And I'm ready, I'm focused, I'm gonna jab, move, counter, and wear him down round by round until he quits or gets knocked out.
This is why I love combat sports. Man, the mind games, the trash talk, the theories. But Mike, you're the legend. Give us the final word. Who wins and why? And keep it real. No catchphrases, just truth.
Roe, truth is, Jake has the power, Jake has the youth, but Anthony has the experience, Anthony has the chin, Anthony has the will, and in a 12-round war, experience wins. But if Jake lands early, if Jake catches him clean, it's over. So I say Anthony by decision. But Jake has a 20% chance to knock him out. And Roe, whatever happens, boxing wins. The fans win, but the promoters always win.
Mike, I love you, but I'm that 20%. I'm the knockout. I'm the upset. I'm the future. And Anthony, good luck. Bring your sponsors, bring your belts, bring everything, because I'm taking it all.
Jake, bring your camera, bring your crew, bring your hype. Because after the fight, you're going to need Wow Hydrate to recover and Monster Energy to wake up, because I'm putting you to sleep.
All right, that's it. That's the show. What a ride. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. Thank you, guys. Please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. We'll see you next time on the Roe Jogan Experiment.